averages. So today the topic that we are going to address is averages. And I know that you have come across this term quite hundreds of times, but we are going to approach it in a very different way. Okay. Now, what are averages? There are two viewpoints to see average. First, average of set of numbers is a measure of central tendency for that set. In other words, it is an estimate of where the center point lies. Okay? It means that suppose there are five numbers and the average of the five numbers, that will be a measure of the central tendency. Okay? That will be a measure of central tendency, which means that have you seen a beam, right? So there is a balancing point in the beam. So that balancing point, so where exactly the beam gets balanced, that is the central tendency. Okay, that is where the center of mass of that beam lies. All right. So similarly with the average of numbers as well. So it is a measure of central tendency for that set. And in other words, it is an estimate of where the center point lies. Average is also known as arithmetic mean. Okay. What is an arithmetic mean? It simply means add all the numbers and divide by the total numbers, which can be defined as a number that can replace all the numbers in a set without changing the sum of the numbers. Okay, all right, let's move and see what do I mean by that. Suppose there are some numbers like let us take any random numbers, okay, like 12, 13 is there, 17 is there, 18 is there. There are four numbers, all right. Now I have to find the average of these four numbers. Now what will I do? Simple. I will just add all these numbers and I will divide it by the total numbers. How many numbers are there? Four numbers are there. So I will divide by 4. So sum of these numbers, what is the sum? 40, 40, 50, 50, 60. 60 is the sum. 60 divided by 4 and it will give us 15. So 15 is the arithmetic mean. 15 is the average. 15 is the center point as well. Okay. 15 is the center point as well. All right. Now, what do I mean by the center point or the arithmetic mean? What I mean is that, and what is a very technical definition of the average. Suppose, not suppose, the average is 15. Okay. There is nothing to be supposed of. Average is 15. It is very crystal clear, right? Now, what is the technical definition of average? It means that if you replace all the numbers by the average, the sum will not be changed. Okay? The sum will not be changed. So, what were the four numbers? 12, 13, 17, 18. And what was their sum? Their sum was 60. I replace 12 by 15. I replace 13 by 15. I replace 17 by 15. I replace 18 by 15. And now I add these numbers. The sum is still 60. So average is a arithmetic mean of the numbers such that if we replace all the numbers by the average by the arithmetic mean, then the sum, the addition is not changed at all. Okay, the average is a set of numbers which can also be defined as a number by which we can replace each and every number of the set without changing the total of the set of the numbers. I hope you guys remember that. Okay, now let's come to the visualization part. Now what do I mean by visualization is that suppose I say that now there are four numbers, okay, which are 12, 13, 17, 18. Now visualize it a bit. Their average is 15. Now I ask you that I want to add fifth number as well. But the condition is the average will get changed to 16. Now what will be this number? Without any kind of major calculation. You tell me that. You tell me that. Okay. Now the average of these four numbers was, so I will write here original average. It is 15. Now I am saying the new average is 16. Of what? Of these five numbers. Of these five numbers, the original average is now 16. So what should be the fifth number? So that the average is 16 now. So what should be the fifth number? Okay, I hope you understand my question. There were four numbers, their average was 15. Now I want to add a fifth number such that the average of five numbers now become 16. So visualize this. The average is being increased by 1. The average is being increased by 1. Okay. So when the average is increased by 1, it means that effectively 1 is being added to all the numbers. Okay, it means that 1 is being added to all the numbers. So what you can do over here is that just imagine the average is being increased by 1. So when will the average increase by 1? Okay, so when will the average increase by 1? Tell me that. The average will increase by 1 only and only when all the numbers are being increased by 1. So what you guys have to do? Just first replace the question mark by the average. Why? Because original average is 15, okay, for these four numbers. And now by adding the question mark, we are increasing the average to 16. And we have to find the question mark. So first, replace the question mark by 15. It is not our answer. And add 1 to each number. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Okay. And then 15 plus 1 as well. It comes down to 16. All right. It comes down to 16. Okay. Now, this plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Now, they can't be accommodated in these numbers because they are the original numbers. So, where shall they will be accommodated? They can only be accommodated in the question mark because the question mark figure is still unknown. We cannot replace 12, 13, 17 and 18. All right. We cannot replace them. Okay. So where shall we accommodate these plus 4? In the question mark number. So it comes as 20. So question mark figure is 20. And if you add them, it will be 60. 60 plus 20 is 80. And 80 by 5 is 60, which was our new average only. Okay. So you have to consider it this way, my friends. So whenever these types of questions come, you have to visualize this. See, when I say a number is added and the average has changed. Okay, and the average has changed. Now there are not four numbers.